The Vanishing Elephant. But it wouldn't fit in the freight elevator. And, so we're going to have to end with something a little less spectacular. I do apologize, because it's a card trick. I know, not going to be anything like a vanishing elephant, but I'll try. It's a very simple trick. I'm going to have a card selected, shown around, put back in the deck. I then will reveal the identity of the card, which I have predicted long before the show commenced. I will then receive the standing ovation I so rightfully deserve, and we can continue on with our lives. Now, since this is a bit of a larger room than I'm used to playing, I will use a little bit larger cards than I'm used to using. Jumbo pack. Then I'm a jumbo-sized magician nonetheless. But nonetheless, they're just large in size, but other than that, they're a perfectly normal deck of cards, with all the cards being completely different. Sir! Are you familiar with playing cards? Can you tell one card from the other? Good! Because I'm not going to use that chump, but nonetheless, I just want you to touch any card at all, of your own free will. That one, just touch it. Just touch it, that one, because we're going to allow you to change your mind if you like. Are you happy with that card?
I'm happy.
Are you a happy person in general? Very good. I'm going to take that card. I want you to take that card, look at it. I'll turn my eyes. Look at it. Show it around. Show it around. Show it up so everyone can see it. Very good. Place it right back on the top of the deck there, sir. And I will take and place the cards back in their box. And I now will reveal the identity of this gentleman's card. I can cut the tension with that. This is amazing. Sir! Your name?
Lloyd.
Lloyd! Was this your car?
No!
Oh, not it. I used to kill with it. I absolutely used to kill with this trick. And then this came out and clouded the collective consciousness. The DaVinci Code by Dan Brown. Who here has read this? Or yet seen the movie?
No.
All right, for those of you who have not read this, both of you, one of the subplots of this book is that DaVinci was the leader of a clandestine organization known as the Priory of Sion, a secret society whose sole purpose was the protection and promulgation of the Sangreal, the purported bloodline of Christ. Mr. Brown asserts that DaVinci hid visual symbolic clues in many of his works of art confirming this fact. It is important to understand, ladies and gentlemen, that this book is a work of fiction. However, like most fiction, it is loosely based on truth. DaVinci was, in fact, the member of a secret society, but it was not the Priory of Sion. No, it was the Milan Magic Circle. See, DaVinci was an amateur conjurer and thus extremely fond of card tricks. And this is what is hidden in many of his works of art, not some clues to the disciples, the descendants of the deity, but the identity of a playing card. A playing card chosen not a moment ago by Lloyd here. My proof. You will clearly note in the painting 13 separate individuals. Many people assume these to be Christ and the 12 apostles. However, the Bible is vague on exactly how many apostles there really were. However, there are 13 values in a suit of playing cards. Coincidence? I think not. Especially when you note that DaVinci has placed these figures into 4 distinctive groups. One for each suit in a deck of cards. Now, before I continue onward, it's important to understand that DaVinci himself would have been familiar with the Italian, Spanish suited decks of cards, which contained the suits of coins, which became our diamonds, cups, which became our hearts, swords, which became our spades, and staffs or wands, which became our clubs. All of these suits are represented in this picture, but only one in a strange and anomalous way. It is this oddly represented suit that will be the suit of Lloyd's card. First, cups. You will see 13 of them in the picture. This is not a strange thing, because this is a feast. You have to drink your wine out of something. You can't pass that Boda bag around from person to person. It's unhygienic. So, we expect cups to be there. Cups are indeed there. So, Lloyd, your card was not a heart, correct?
Correct.
Very good. Now, also note in the picture, bread. Again, not an anomaly. This is a Seder feast after all, and bread plays a vital role. Bread should be there. Bread is indeed there. Bread is also known as the staff of life. Therefore, your card was not a club, right? Very good. Now, you can study this picture for hours and hours and not see a single coin anywhere in the picture, which only leaves one to wonder, who's paying for this? However, here, in the hand of this gentleman here, which is believed to be Judas Iscariot, is a sack, heavy, laden with what we know by tradition to contain 30 pieces of silver. So coins are indeed represented here, and again, not in a strange way, because he's supposed to have them, so your card was not a diamond, right? So, it leaves only one suit left, which is represented here in a strange and anomalous way in a disembodied hand, which due to its positioning can belong to no one in this group of people, let alone anyone on this side of the table. In this hand is held a singular device. A knife, a sword, a spada. Therefore, your card was a spade. Yes?
Yes.
And now, for the value. Many people assume it must be a king, because Christ, King of Kings, King of the Jews, is so prominently displayed in the center of the picture. But that is too obvious. Your card is not a king. No! But many people think the secret lies here, in this apostle, known as John, the youngest apostle, at least until Mr. Brown's book came out, and now everyone thinks this is Mary Magdalene, the bride of Christ, thus making your card a queen. But it's not a queen. No, it isn't. But we're very, very close, because you see, between Christ and the apostle formerly known as John is a very large geometrical figure in the form of the letter V, which Mr. Brown asserts represents symbolically the feminine. But as we all know, symbols change meaning throughout time. To many of us here or our parents, this was Peace Man. To their parents, it was V for victory. However, in Christ's time, this was a Roman ordering 5 beers. DaVinci knew this, which is why he placed in the center of his picture a very large Roman numeral 5, because your card, sir, was the 5 of spades. Yes? And now that I have taught you how to understand the hidden symbology in many of DaVinci's works of art, you will see this card, his favorite card, the 5 of spades, in pictures where you have never seen it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Master
This came from 7 after.